In 2019, Gwyneth Paltrow did a collaboration with a water company called Flow, and they sell like your average like cardboard box. We care about the environment, natural mineral, natural electrolytes, natural alkaline water in a box, and it costs $5. And in the advertisement, she mentions her morning routine for gut health, where Gwyneth Paltrow says that in the morning, for gut health, she drinks alkaline water with a spritz of organic lemon. Alkaline water with lemon. Alkaline water with lemon. Alkaline water with lemon. And I just think it's very funny. It's very, very funny. Let's explain the joke. Isn't that like a rule of comedy that it makes things funnier if you have to explain it? Okay. So you can measure the acidity or basicity of an aqueous solution on the pH scale. The equation for pH looks like this, where that little guy is the effective concentration of hydrogen ions. Some people think it's interesting that when this definition was developed, the author didn't really say like this is what pH stands for, but like it doesn't really matter. It's like per hydrogen or parts hydrogen, or now it's just pH. It just stands for the H plus ions in your aqueous solution, and that's fine. I have this problem, let me know if it happens to you, where I have a chemistry brain and a physics brain, and they will never meet each other. They will never happen at the same time. When I'm approaching a problem, I either think chemistry or I think physics. And when I'm thinking of pH with my chemistry brain, I think about H plus as a hydrogen ion, because the most common form of hydrogen is a proton with an electron going around it. So if you strip that electron away and you have your H plus ion just floating around, you have a hydrogen ion, right? But if I'm thinking about it with my physics brain, I'm like, that's a proton. You just have a proton floating around. And for some reason, I can't think of them at the same time. But when I was reading these papers about acids and bases, some people would call them protons and some people would call them hydrogen ions. And I just found it interesting that in my brain, those two things are very separate, even though it's the same thing. But we're gonna use our chemistry brains today. This is a measure of hydrogen ion concentration. And the units here are like moles of hydrogen ion per liter. So you're probably familiar with a pH scale that looks like this. Acids have a very high concentration of hydrogen ions, but they have a low pH value, and bases have a very low concentration of hydrogen ions and they have a high pH value. Here's a picture of what that looks like. You have a liquid with either a bunch of hydrogen ions floating around or not a lot of hydrogen ions floating around. And there is a misconception here that some people look at this image and they think, okay, so acids are positively charged and bases are negatively charged. We could measure the charge and figure out the acidity. And that's not really true. Solutions in general don't have charge, like things in general don't hang out with charge. So if you have an acid with a bunch of H plus floating around, you also have something that's negative that's floating around, that's maintaining a zero net charge. Things in the world don't like to just have charge. Like if you imagine walking with socks on carpet and you like build up static electricity like in your finger, you can't just like continue your day with that static electricity on your finger and save it for when your brother walks by or something, right? The next thing you touch will discharge you. So solutions are a lot like that. It's not just going to hang out charged. Even though you're thinking this picture in your brain, there are a bunch of negative things to even out the positive hydrogen ions that are making this solution acidic. But wait, I said that acids have a low pH, but they have the most amount of hydrogen ions. That doesn't make sense. But let's talk logarithms. This is not the Khan Academy. I am not going to teach you how to do logarithms, but let's do a couple examples. Stomach acid has a pH that looks like this, okay? Now, bleach has a pH that looks like this. These numbers are very, very different. Okay, if you were to plot this on a plot, it would look like this. And let's just throw a bunch of pHs on this plot. Okay, on a linear plot, the acids have this crazy high value and the bases are all nearly zero, even though those bases are different. Like 10 to the minus 7 is very, very different from 10 to the minus 9. But if you have something that's like 0.005 on that same plot, all of those look like zero. In comes the log plot, okay? Putting the same plot on a log, you get a nice like line, a nice little line that's easy to read and easy to check the values. That's why you get, even though the acids have a higher concentration, they have a smaller number on the pH scale than the bases, which gives them a log value of like -4, but then you have this little negative sign, so it becomes 4. And the bases have a log value that's like -14, but you've got the little negative sign, so it becomes 14. That's how you get it. Neat. Logarithms and log plots became of interest to the public again in spring of 2020. Remember science Twitter? It was so good. I mean, it was terrible, but it was also good. I miss it. All the scientists that I used, they're gone. It's gone. It's fine. In the spring of 2020, we had plots that looked like this. And there was this discussion of like, how can we, the scientists, give this information to the public in a way that they can understand? So Science Communication Twitter, which I miss it so much, was like, this is good. This plot is perfect for the people. The people don't know how to read log plots. And this has a big slope. It's very scary. It says, hey, this is exponential, which means it's happening to a lot of people very, very quickly. Please stay home. Whereas Science Twitter was just like, but this is a useless plot. I don't like this plot. We should plot it on a log plot, and it would look like this, and then you could read it, right? Because you can't read this plot. Like, if you actually want to get the data from this plot, and you have to think, like, this plot was going to be on Fox News for 45 seconds in the morning, and that's supposed to be long enough for the people to get the information from the plot. And like, they can't pull out a ruler and like walk up to their TV and like try to find the axes and like find out the actual data. This is useless for data, right? If you actually want data, you have to plot it on a log plot so you can read the numbers. And Science Twitter was like, well, we should give them the data. And Science Communication Twitter was very much like, people don't know log plots. They're going to see this for 10 seconds in the paper. Like, we cannot show them this. They don't know how to read this. And I mean, I can't show you any of the tweets because it's gone. Twitter's gone. So like, corroborate or deny in the comments below if you were there. But of course, science communicators are who you want to go to if you want to communicate science to the public. And sometimes plots can show data, which is good if you're going to do science. But sometimes you just want to show information, which is why you would use a linear plot, even though the data is just screaming that it's got to be on a log plot. This is screaming to be logged, right? But sometimes you just got to give information in a normal way, in a linear way. And I honestly don't agree with the scientists who are like, well, people should know how to read a log plot. And if they don't understand, they should take the time. Because first of all, it's an emergency situation. But also, every time I give a talk to scientists and I have a log plot in it, I always say, and don't forget this is a log plot, because your brain just goes to linear plot for some information, unless it is the hugest piece of information on that plot that says this is a log plot, like the pH scale does in fact do, you're gonna assume it's a linear plot. Let's look at the pH scale again. Okay, we can put some common acids and bases on there, you know, like your stomach acid or citric acid, or like coffee is kind of acidic. And then right at the center is water. And of course, like, these numbers, they'll all depend on like the temperature and pressure and like, well, it doesn't matter. Just assume STP. We're just talking generally. Water's right at the center. You have your bleaches and your lyes and your soaps down here. And you have your coffee and your lemon juice and your vinegars down here. Okay? So if water is in the middle, is at the center, water is neutral. It's not an acid or a base. Alkaline water is a basic property. Bases are sometimes called alkalines. Alkaline water that Gwyneth Paltrow was drinking is about an 8. Okay, so it's right there. It's right next to neutral water. So, do you need to know this? No, right? No judgment if you do not remember that 27-minute lab in 8th grade where you had a little litmus strip paper and you dipped it into lemon juice. I do not blame you at all if I told you Gwyneth Paltrow drinks alkaline water with lemon and you were like, okay, I don't get it. Because why would you know what alkaline water is? Unless you own a pool or you're like one of those people who does hair professionally, and I think you have to like measure the pH of the bleach to like color it, I think. Why would you ever know this? Most people just remember that, okay, bleach is a base, vinegar is an acid, I'm good. They remember that you should not clean your bathroom with bleach with the door closed, because if you mix urine and bleach, you can make, is it mustard gas? Is that how you make mustard gas? And you can die. That's bad.
I combined two common items in a powerful new way. I told my readers to harness the cleaning power of ammonia with the whitening power of bleach.
Ammonia and bleach? You told people to mix ammonia and bleach?
Only if they want bathroom fixtures that shine like the sun.
Peggy, that's the recipe for mustard gas.
Okay, so what I'm getting at here is that it is not a problem if you don't remember the pH scale and where an alkaline water would fall on that scale. I get you. Why would you ever know that? My true crime girlies are gonna know what an acid versus a base does to the human body, am I right? But like most people only know the basic. No one knows the actual number value of the acids and bases in their life, right? So let me explain the joke further. Gwyneth Paltrow has alkaline water, a pH value of 8. Remember, pH measures the concentration of hydrogen ions in some volume. She also has lemon juice, which is a pH of like 2 to 3. pH is a measure of hydrogen ion concentration, right? Acids have a whole lot. It's a log scale, right? So it increases in acidity as you decrease the pH number by a factor of 10. So if alkaline water is $1 of acid, neutral water is $10 of acid. Milk is $100 of acid. Black coffee is $1,000 of acid. Tomato juice is $10,000 worth of acid. And finally, our citruses are somewhere between $100,000 worth of acid and $1 million worth of acid. I find it easier to think of powers than 10 when I'm thinking of money, because like $1 versus $100,000 just makes a lot more like numerical sense to me than pH of 8 versus pH of 3, right? So if you have a basic water, $1 worth of acid, and a tiny tablespoon or so of lemon juice, which is $100,000 worth of acid, what happens when you mix the two? Well, the volume will increase because you're adding liquid, but the hydrogen ion concentration is just a measure of hydrogen ions. So mixing alkaline water, even with a tiny bit of lemon juice, will just turn it into neutral water real quick, like, or even an acid water really, really quickly. I did the math here. Of course, I had to make some assumptions, but just assuming you have a volume of water with a certain concentration of hydrogen ions, plus a volume of lemon water with a certain concentration of hydrogen ions, you will get a bigger volume of liquid that is mostly water with a higher concentration of hydrogen ions than the alkaline water. And I got a teeny tiny volume, like less than a teaspoon of lemon juice added to 2 cups of alkaline water will make it neutral water. It doesn't take that much, right? Because it's a log scale. The pH value of acid is way bigger than the pH value of alkaline water. Drinking alkaline water with lemon is just drinking water with lemon. That's the joke. Okay, but let's actually measure it. Maybe my math sucks. I'm not a chemist. Actually, I just assumed it was going to be a simple like algebra situation. People have been measuring the pH of aqueous solutions for a long time using a chemical compound called litmus. You can put the litmus on a filter paper and dip it into a solution and it will turn red or blue depending on the acidity or basicity. Of course, that's not like perfect. Like you get either red or blue, but there's a scale. People want to measure the acidity or basicity of their solution if they're making things like alcohol or medicines or cleaning products, right? Something like soil can also be acid or basic, and it can affect how your crops grow. These flowers are a really good example. They change color based on the soil. You can also measure the acidity or basicity of an aqueous solution with turmeric. I didn't know that. I actually tried it. It totally works. This isn't in my picture, but that's interesting. If you have like a second grader, you can do this with broccoli, and I feel like that would be a fun little like science project. But we're in the future, and we can use the universal pH indicator on these little strips. So I have these little pH strips. You can just dip them into water or your solution. They look like this. And then while it's wet, you hold it up next to this little color and it will tell you the pH value-ish, right? It's not perfect. They also make electronic detectors that will actually measure the hydrogen ions, but I've heard that those are really finicky. So I didn't buy that. I just got this. So I also have alkaline water and I also have a lemon, and I can test this for you. Let's see if it actually takes a teeny tiny amount of lemon water to turn alkaline water into neutral water. All right, folks, I've got the handy cam. This is the water I've got milliliters. We'll tar it. Here's proof that it's coming from this. All right, let's call it 120 milliliters. Fine, perfect. Okay, now let's measure the pH of these bad boys. This is lemon juice. You can see the seeds in there. I did not spring for organic lemon, but it does not matter. Sit there. Okay, let's test our alkaline water. I found this hard to get last time. We'll see. Okay, you see the blue? Okay, so this bottle says this is alkaline of 9.5, which is right there, right between the 9 and the 10. That's perfect. Great. Let's check our lemon water. Okay. Okay. Checking the lemon water. I mean, no, this is checking the lemon. Oh my gosh, it's lemon. It's not lemon water. Checking the lemon, we'll see. Great. See, it's right in there between 2 and 3. That is lemon water. All right, now we are going to mix lemon with water. I'm just gonna do, so I've tarred this at 0. I'm just gonna take like 5 milliliters and see, is that too much for a cup of water? Let's do 2. Okay. So I've taken 2 milliliters out of this lemon juice. I'm gonna mix it into this water. I figure that's enough for this volume of water. What do you think? Okay, stirring, stirring, stirring. Now let me test with the pH strip again. I should hire someone to work with me and hold a camera. Okay, so we're in our new water. This was alkaline water of 9.5, and look at that. It's pink. It's pink. It's like 5, right? Okay, there you go. If you add 2 milliliters of lemon juice to this alkaline water, it becomes acidic. It's no longer alkaline water, and I'll drink it. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it just tastes like lemon water now. Okay, thanks, bye. Why would someone say that they drink alkaline water with organic lemon? Reasons. Reason 1, actually, it's not funny at all. I'm the idiot. According to the alkaline, I can't even get through it with this. Okay, according to the alkaline diet, the alkalinity of foods is not what they are earthside, but what they are in your body after your stomach breaks it down. And we can measure that by like burning the stuff and measuring the alkalinity of like the coal ash that's left over. So actually lemons are not acidic. actually, according to the alkaline diet, lemons have an alkaline effect. So taking alkaline water and mixing it with lemon and alkaline food according to the alkaline diet doesn't give you neutral water. It gives you even more alkaline water. I'm a fan of Wikipedia. I mean, I know it's not a perfect source of information, of course, but I really like finding snarky Wikipedia pages, and the alkaline diet is one of the funnest. A lot of times on scams like the alkaline diet, Wikipedia will try to pretend to be like an unbiased source. Like, for example, on the chiropractic Wikipedia page, it pretends it's like a real science for like a little bit. And then you get to the section on like scams and like the fake medicine that they are always selling. And then also all the people that died from going to the chiropractor and like the babies who are paraplegics. Now, don't go to chiropractors. Oh my God. But they pretend for a little bit like, oh, it's kind of a thing. Maybe chiropractic is a thing. The alkaline diet is just like, this is a scam. It's not a thing. It doesn't make any physical sense. And let me talk about that for a second, because your body is actually very, very good at maintaining pH levels. And it doesn't make any sense to even want to drink alkaline water in the first place. What do you know about your stomach? Just a thing, you know, it's got stomach acid in it. Oh, we've already talked about it. It's on the pH scale, right? Your stomach acid is incredibly acidic. That's why it hurts when you throw up. You get acid. That's why like heartburn hurts. That's what's gonna happen if you drink alkaline water, actual alkaline water, like before puts her lemon in it. Your stomach will just immediately neutralize it. It doesn't matter what the pH of the food you eat is, as long as it's not like bleach or very, very high acid, right? Because then you'll die. But if you drink alkaline water of 8 or 9, your stomach will just immediately neutralize it, and it will have literally zero effect on your body. Anyone who says that drinking alkaline water will affect the pH of anything in your body is either lying to sell you $4 water, or they have such a complete misunderstanding of how the human body works, they should not be giving information to anybody. I am not a medical doctor, but the fact that your body maintains multiple different pH levels at multiple different times is just a fact. And I don't have to be a medical doctor to tell you that. Like, just look at a 4th grader's anatomy textbook. Like, the pH of your stomach is different from the pH of your blood, and is different from the pH of your urine and the pH from your kidneys. All of this is maintained by your body that's very, very good at doing that. Just listen to this actual medical doctor say the exact same thing I just said.
Alkaline water, it's bullshit. Am I done here? Do I really need to explain to you why alkaline water is a complete waste of your money, okay?
God gives you free water, some random hippie sells it back to you for like $6 a bottle, and that's supposed to be okay. Look, you want to beat that? Go look, we did a thing on alkaline water, alright, who cares?
Here's the bottom line. Your body evolved to process acid and base in a very narrow window. You can drink any kind of alkaline water you want. Your stomach acid is going to immediately neutralize it and make it acidic. It's going to have no effect.
So Gwyneth Paltrow has been talking about the alkaline effect of lemons since like 2016, before she started drinking alkaline water. So she must not understand how human bodies work, and she follows some sort of alkaline diet. And in fact, right at this moment, someone watching this video is like, but I heard that lemons have an alkaline effect, even because citric acid has an alkaline effect in your body. And they have now left the YouTube screen playing, and they're in a second browser window, and they are Googling, do lemons have an alkaline effect? And they're gonna find hundreds and hundreds of web pages that agree with that statement. Say, yes, of course, lemon is an acid, but it has an alkaline effect in the body. And then those pages will cite random studies about gut biomes and health, and they'll just paste it into the comments of this video like, got 'em, see, alkaline water is alkaline and lemon has an alkaline effect, so when you mix it, it goes into your body. And it's just like, that's the point of the video. Yes, people are lying about that. That's a lie. It's a scam. The alkaline diet doesn't make any sense. That's the point of this video. Yes, you can go Google it, and you can find a website called Dr. MD Health that backs up what he's saying about the alkalinity of lemon, but it's not true. That's the point of the video, actually. Oh my God. I think there's a second element to this. Like maybe she believes in the alkaline diet, in which case we should stop listening to her and we probably shouldn't take her opinion on health very seriously because she has a basic misunderstanding of how the human body works, but like it's fine. But there's like a beauty standards. I'm not a beauty YouTuber. There's a certain thing that rich, beautiful people do where they're like, well, I don't drink tap water, $0. I wake up and I have alkaline water, $8, with organic lemon, $2. And that's why I look like this. And if you could also just spend $8 on the alkaline water that I get money from every time you buy a bottle, you could also look like me. And that makes me mad because it's not true. And it's presenting this thing that's like, well, you're an ugly goblin because you don't have the money to buy alkaline water. And I'm just better than you because I can pay $8 for water. Sometimes you have to go to 3 Targets in one day because we live in capitalism and it's not capitalist friendly to make something like, I don't know, baby formula. So there's a baby formula shortage and you can only have the one kind because otherwise the baby has hives and a fever. So you go to 4 Targets in a day and you're wearing sweatpants and you've been standing in line for 27 minutes because during the pandemic, every single company decided that it would be cool to just work with a skeleton crew and they could fire all the people and claim like pandemic, oh God. And now customer service is just terrible everywhere all the time. And you just have to wait for 40 minutes at your 3rd Target to get this stupid baby formula. And you look at the magazine and Gwyneth Paltrow's like, well, maybe if you drank some fucking alkaline water, you wouldn't be in this issue, would you? Gwyneth Paltrow never had to wait in line to buy baby formula. So reason 3 is that she doesn't know what alkaline water does. And again, no judgment. Why would you remember 25 minutes from 8th grade? It's never going to come up in your daily life. Why would you know what alkaline water is? Maybe she doesn't know. And she is selling it to you because that is her job. She gets paid money to influence. We actually know their demographics. You know, women from 25 to 45 with a mindful balance of work. She's health conscious and willing to pay more for eco-friendly products, a loyal consumer base with a net promoter score of 79. So she's selling water to those people. It doesn't matter her personal opinions. It doesn't matter that she doesn't understand what it does. It doesn't matter what it does. It's not her business. She just sells it to you. Who cares what it does? And I think that's also kind of not cool. I'm a baby YouTuber. But I've been recently getting lots and lots of emails from people who are like, sell this product. We'll give you money if you do a 60-second integration. And I just, like, on the one hand, like, it doesn't really matter. If someone sends me a Casper mattress and I put it on my bed and I'm like, it's okay, buy one, right? Because that's like a physical product that I could be like, hey, I slept on it and it was fine, right? But when you switch over to the market that's like, I'm selling you things to improve your health, it seems bad. It seems like I should not accept $1,000 and be like, hey, take these vitamins in the mail, right? Like people just take $1,000 and then tell all their subscribers to take vitamins from the mail. There's multiple companies that do this. Like, I don't know, allegedly, I don't know what's in those vitamins. Maybe it's exactly what they say and it's fine. But like, you're not a doctor. You're an influencer. You shouldn't be telling people to take supplements that come in the mail. Gwyneth Paltrow should not be telling people that alkaline water helps her health when it like obviously doesn't, but also she obviously doesn't know that it doesn't. It's kind of bad. Shouldn't we not let people do this? Obviously it's the company, right? Some company that looks like this makes a water and they're like, we can sell this to the conscientious, environmentally friendly woman who cares about her health. And we won't say that it improves your health. We won't say that alkaline water does anything because that would be a lie and you can't lie on the bottle of water. We'll just say, you know, people are saying. We will just pay influencers to get on YouTube and be like, I had crazy headaches and then I drank this alkaline water. And like, I'm not saying, I'm just saying. I mean, people are saying. It just makes me so sad and mad to imagine some dude who just like got diagnosed with diabetes, standing in a Whole Foods, not knowing what to do but wanting to improve his health, and then paying $6 for an alkaline water because he heard it might be good, and just not having the knowledge to know where to go to find actual information, because people are saying that alkaline water is good, even though literally, scientifically, drinking alkaline water is the same as drinking water because your stomach acid will immediately neutralize. It's funny that Gwyneth Paltrow is pretending to know something about her health and then doing something so silly like mixing an alkaline water with a lemon and saying that it makes anything but regular water that now tastes like lemon. But when you go one step further and imagine the people who are falling for it and who are spending money they don't have on bottles of water that are destroying the planet because Gwyneth Paltrow said that it's good for them, it makes me sad. It just makes me sad. Okay, sometimes when you talk about these fake science topics that people fall for, the people that fall for them don't want to argue with you. They don't want to admit that they were wrong about anything. And so they just kind of say like, but it's just for fun. Or I just like the smell of the essential oils. I know they don't do anything. So I imagine people will say, but what if you just like the taste of alkaline water? And no, I don't believe that you do. Okay, so one thing is the Flow water Gwyneth Paltrow is shilling for money because she gets paid to is an alkaline of 8, which is so close to neutral water, right? It's a log scale, but the only water I could find was this brand, which is shilled by Millie Bobby Brown on a commercial. So this is alkaline 9.5. You can't see this. Can you see it? This is alkaline 9.5, which is crazy. That's so alkaline. Like, why? Why? I mean, it doesn't do anything. Again, it's the same as drinking just water. Like, my stomach acid will take care of it. But why would you make this? And why would you sell this? And something I noticed is that they don't call this alkaline water, really. It says Essentia Overachieving H2O, and it says ionized hydration, purified water, electrolytes for taste. Let's see. Our proprietary ionization process turns water from any source into supercharged ionized alkaline water. Learn more at essentiawater.com. And so they have some secret process that takes water and turns it into alkaline water, but they don't call it alkaline water. And I wonder if it's because the public has become aware that alkaline water does nothing, so they just call it supercharged. Oh my goodness. Anyway, this tastes bad. It tastes really bad. So when you tell me maybe Gwyneth Paltrow just likes the taste, I don't think so, because let me tell you a story. So I did the turmeric thing to see if it actually worked as an acid or base detector, and it does, but I didn't want to buy bottled water because buying bottled water makes me feel bad. So I thought, I'll just make my own alkaline water. I will just take some baking soda and I will stir it into water, and that will make basic water. It will make alkaline water. And it did. I measured it on a pH strip. And then I was like, I wonder what this tastes like. Like, people are drinking alkaline water. I wonder what it tastes like. So I took a little sip and it tasted like baking soda water. It was disgusting. You see, the thing about bases is that they have like a soapy texture. So like that's why they're good at cleaning things. It's like abrasive, it's soapy. And it's just like it coats your mouth and it's disgusting. It tastes bad. So I went to Whole Foods and I bought the first alkaline water I saw so that I could do this video. Because I didn't think it would be fair to compare alkaline water that's sold in the store to the baking soda water I tasted at home. And then I tasted this and is your proprietary practice that makes your water and turns it into supercharged ion water adding baking soda and stirring it? I mean, it's proprietary, so you can't tell me, and I don't know. But allegedly, it tastes like baking soda water. And then when you go to the website, allegedly, they're just like, we add minerals, electrolytes. Oh, everybody say the thing.
But Brondo's got what plants crave. It's got electrolytes.
We add electrolytes, which is just like salt, minerals and salt. That's what mineral water is. And the first ingredient, the first ingredient is water. The second ingredient is sodium bicarbonate. They just put baking soda in the water. They put baking soda in this water. I mean, send me a video of your proprietary process. I won't tell anybody, but I'll take this part of the video down. But it tastes like baking soda water because it is baking soda water, and baking soda water tastes gross. On the note of taste, I think it's true that water tastes different, and I think it's because of a couple things. You know how Dasani tastes gross? I think it's the shape of the bottle and the marketing. It's gross, but you want to drink something nicer. Like the Fiji water bottle is square and it makes the water taste better. I don't think it's actually the water. Temperature of water can make it taste different, right? Like I either like a really, really cold water, but I don't want ice in it, or I like a room temperature water. I know, I'm sorry. I just, like, those are my choices. I don't want like a fridge water, okay? But also minerals can change the taste of water. Electrolytes, say it again.
But Brondo's got what plants crave. It's got electrolytes.
Electrolytes can change the taste of water, right? I prefer a mineral water. Tap water is usually mineral water. I like the taste of mineral water better than like an ultra purified, super extra electrolysis made water. I like a mineral water. And that brings me to my list of scams, because I have been researching this video for literally months. I just keep finding new water scams and texting them to my friends, and my friends are sending me pictures of like the stupid water setups, the Whole Foods, and like there's so many. And I don't want this channel to turn into the complaining about water scams channel. So in order of increasing wackadoo, I would just like to rapid fire go through some more scams, starting with mineral water. Mineral water is not actually a scam, right? I found this at Target. It's like a can of mineral water. Now, I wanted to talk about mineral water because the vast majority of bottled water is sold to you as like ultra clean, ultra pure mineral water, natural, and it's just tap water. Like Nestle just finds a municipality with a nice tasting tap water and they steal it from the people who live there and bottle it and sell it to you at like an 800% markup. Bottled water is a scam. It's just tap water. Of course, there are reasons you'll have to drink bottled water sometimes in your life. Maybe you're going camping and you don't want to drink bacteria water. Have you seen the latest season of Alone that's on Netflix where they just keep vomiting because of the water? Like sometimes you need bottled water, okay? But if you live where the tap water is good, please test it. Test your pipes for lead, all of that stuff. But if you live where the tap water is good, just drink the tap water. These types of things make me very nervous. The idea that people say tap water is bad, you have to spend $8 on water, it makes me worry that in the future, all the wealthy people will drink bottled water and all the poor people will lose access to the human right of clean, safe to drink tap water delivered right to their homes. Yeah, but mineral water is not a scam. It does taste better in my opinion, but bottled water is a scam. This one comes in a can. Cans are more recyclable, so I guess it's better, but like... Moving up on the list of water scams, vitamin water. Everybody knows this is a scam, right? Everyone knew it was a scam when it came out. It's not vitamin water, it's sugar water. They just fill it with sugar. Also, vitamins are kind of a scam. Briefly, vitamin absorption is a tricky subject. It's very complicated. Your body absorbs different vitamins in different mechanisms in different ways. And if someone just sells it as like, all the vitamins are in here, I just don't believe it. Okay, next. Next on my list of scams of increasing wackadoo is luxury water. So it's just like, this is from the mountains of Hawaii and it rolls down a volcano and then gently touches a baby bird's back before it enters the bottle, and the volcanic rock and the charcoal, we're back on charcoal, all that's natural, it's beautiful, and it's just like $65. The thing about water versus something like a soda, water is water, right? It is a molecule. It looks like this. It doesn't matter where you get the water or how you get the water. Water does not have memory. Water does not care that it's been ice for 100,000 years. Water is water. If you buy a bottle of water and it says water on the back, it's just water. It's going to taste like water. It is water, unless it's vitamin water, in which case the second ingredient is going to be sugar. Let me highlight two of these luxury waters I found. I noticed that similar to like the Flow water, they're very like, this is environmentally friendly. We're just collecting it and we support local businesses, and it's not plastic, it's recycled plastic. And it's just like, how can you claim to be environmentally friendly when you are expecting people to purchase 12 bottles of water for $100 and ship them across the world? That's not environmentally friendly. It doesn't matter if it's in a glass bottle. Naturally alkaline Hawaiian volcanic water. Okay, so naturally alkaline water is usually like the 7.5 to 8 alkaline scale, and it's just because like there's salt and stuff in the water. Ooh, it's only $38 for a pack of 15. Okay, let me read the description. Volcanic water originates in Hawaii through both snowmelt and rain on the pristine peak of the active Mauna Loa volcano, one of the purest environments on Earth. The water is then filtered through thousands of feet of porous volcanic rock that enriches the water with a variety of trace minerals, making it electrolyte-rich and naturally alkaline before emerging at its source, surrounded by rich forest preserves just outside a quiet Hilo town. Like, the luxury waters, they're not actually selling you water, right? They're selling you a luxury experience. Like, this is for the people that go to a restaurant and ask what the lamb's name was, you know? Let's read some reviews. I immediately drank the water as soon as I received it. The taste is not quite like any other water I've tasted. Your body will yearn for more, and my body responded positively to the water by repeated trips to the restroom. I believe it relieves inflammation as well as detoxification. Give it a try. See what you think, but I love it 5 stars. See, the water doesn't make any health claims, but people in the comments are saying, like, maybe it detoxifies. So prior to February 2023, I abhorred drinking water. Then it all changed. I researched different brands and pH, etc., and decided to give this a try and fell completely in love. Heart emoji. My body knows the difference when I taste other waters. This I know a staple in my home. In fact, I'm waiting on delivery of my next case today. It's truly been one of the life-changing regimens I've implemented towards a healthy lifestyle. Bought a pack of this for my boyfriend and I when Philly's water was poisoned with latex chemicals. LOL. That's so terrifying. See, sometimes you definitely need bottled water. No judgment if you're drinking bottled water in that type of situation. I just mean we should try to fix the tap water, and we should not rely on bottled water. It should not be a luxury experience. Safe, healthy to drink water should be available to everybody, and I really worry about luxury water and how it's going to affect that in the future. Okay, ended up absolutely loving this water and kind of sad to go back to my Brita filter because it tastes a little sketch. But I can't because plastic sucks for the planet. Anyway, if your water is ever poisoned, this is a safe bet. Yeah, okay. Refreshing water, and it's supposed to be healthy too, 4 stars. I usually have to force myself to drink anything at all. My daily drink is about 4 ounces of coffee, 8 ounces of unsweetened tea, and 4 ounces of well water. I don't know why, but I've been this way for 20 plus years. I seen a video about alkaline water and did my research and found this one to be the best value as well as pH and alkaline and natural minerals. I normally get this feeling in my chest like I can't breathe every day for years. I went to the hospital and the doctor stated that my blood work shows that I'm in congestive heart failure, but my body and actions, he didn't believe the tests were accurate. I finally purchased this water, and after 2 bottles of this water, the tight chest and feeling like I couldn't breathe went away. I drank about 3 bottles a day since I purchased my first case 2 weeks ago. Only one time during those 2 weeks I felt the chest tightness and I realized I didn't drink my water. I'm not saying this solved my issues, but I'm amazed that I'm not having this issue after years of going through this. It just makes me sad. It's just water. It's literally just water. It can't be anything else. Next, antipodes. They want you to pronounce it antipodes. Whatever. If you go to the dollar spot at Target, they will have glass vessels, and you can put clean water of whatever price tag into that glass vessel and then put it into the fridge, and it will taste delicious and cold and luxury and European. Or you could spend $75 on a pack of 12 on this New Zealand glass water. Let me read the bottle. Okay. Antipodes. still. To be at your table today, this water has simply risen to the surface from the deepest aquifer in New Zealand and been bottled at the source. With no treatments needed to stabilize or filter it, Antipodes is naturally one of the world's purest waters, scientifically categorized as the deepest, highest, quality artisan water in New Zealand. This combined with our methods of bottling, packaging, recycling, wetland planting, and delivery means the entire Antipodes process is completely carbon neutral, achieving carbon zero certification from aquifer to any table in the world. Antipodes is the perfect partner for fine foods. Drink chilled, drink often, live well. The reviews of this are just pictures of broken bottles because apparently it's hard to ship $75 worth of glass bottles across the world. This is just water, okay? It's chemically indifferent from any water that has been purified in some scientific process. It's just water. It doesn't matter where the water came from. It's just water. This is like a rich people tax. Like if you're silly enough to think buying glass water from New Zealand is different from buying the tap water that Nestle gets from Spokane, Washington, go ahead and spend $75. It's fine. Let's move on to people actually making health claims about water. For some reason, people want to put hydrogen, molecular hydrogen gas, into water. I saw this one on Reddit. He says his wife came home with this, and it looks like a bottle with like a little LED in it in the bottom, and they're like, add extra hydrogen to your water. So this is one that's actually presented as like a medical thing for fatigue and hair loss and weight loss. Just drink hydrogen water. And the thing about hydrogen, so hydrogen gas is a gas, and it's hard to put gases into liquid. So if you think like a can of soda adds CO2, carbon dioxide gas, into the can. It makes it all bubbly and spicy, and when you open it, immediately the gas starts to escape, right? And if you drink that soda, it's delicious and bubbly and spicy, and then 2 hours later or so, it just tastes flat. All the gas has escaped. Hydrogen is a smaller boy. Hydrogen gas is faster to escape. So if, for example, you took a can, an aluminum can, and filled your soda with hydrogen gas and then sealed it, by the time that got to a person and they opened it, there would be no hydrogen in there. It's really good at escaping. It's hard to put hydrogen gas into a liquid. But for some reason, people say they want to do it. There's no claims here. This does nothing. Again, drinking hydrogen water is the same as drinking water. But also there's like no way to actually do it. Like scientifically, what is this little LED doing in this thing? How is it adding hydrogen gas to the water? Where is it getting it? Like, is there a little, like you know when people play paintball and they have those little CO2 tubies? Like, do they have a little hydrogen tubie somewhere? Like, what is it? How does it work? It doesn't work. It's a scam, and this guy's wife fell for it, and it just makes me sad. It makes me sad that he's gonna think less of his wife now because someone tried to scam her. It's not her fault. Someone convinced her that she had an imaginary health problem that could be fixed by hydrogen water. It's the scammer's fault. We're mad at that person, not the person that got scammed. Okay, it just makes me sad. So this does nothing. Again, this is just drinking regular water, except now you think you're drinking hydrogen water, whatever. Or you could go to Amazon.com and you could purchase, you can just buy these molecular hydrogen pills to put in your water. Yay, pills from the internet. I'm fond of that. I think that's good. So I give this points for like being clever. If you want hydrogen gas in your water, you can't put hydrogen gas in, right? It'll immediately escape. But what you can do is do some sort of chemical reaction to release the hydrogen in the water, and then if you chug it really fast. Okay, so these pills that say they're molecular hydrogen are magnesium salts.
Magnesium will react slowly with the water at room temperature, but the reaction will increase significantly if we warm the sample. The bubbles that we see are not hydrogen gas, but steam.
And you put the magnesium salt into the water and you stir really rapidly, and a bunch of hydrogen gas bubbles will appear. They will, of course, very quickly escape the glass, so you have to chug it really fast if you want to drink the hydrogen water. But, I mean, points for that. Again, do you trust this pill from the internet? Allegedly, do you just get pills from a random person on the internet and then just put them into your body? Allegedly, I don't think I would do that. I don't know anything about this person or these pills or if this is actually magnesium salt. I don't know. People are saying that maybe be careful about what you buy on the internet and put in your body. I don't know. Okay, let's read some of the reviews. I bought this to add hydrogen to my supplement routine. Mercola has said that the tablets are just as effective as hydrogen gas machine, so I thought people are buying hydrogen gas machines. So I thought I would give it a try. The tablets do give me a boost, but the taste is a bit hard to digest. I down it as fast as possible after it dissolves. The price is fair, as Mercola has said it's best not to overdo using the tablets, so I use it once a day or every other day. It does energize me. 5 stars. Works. I'm a believer. I don't know exactly how this works, but it does. Benefits I've noticed. I have been able to quit taking prescription meds for excruciating muscle spasms on hip and lower back due to scoliosis and overuse. It just makes me sad. It's not funny. It makes me sad. More energy and mental clarity after taking. Less overall body pain, fibromyalgia diagnosis, but I won't take prescribed gabapentin? I found myself doing more physical things in one day, partly during the less physical pain and partly due to the more sustained energy. I recommended it to 2 other people, and they've had noticeable benefits as well. One had a recent knee surgery, and the other has a severe ankle sprain fibula fracture. I take it first thing in the morning, in only a little water. Yes, it tastes extra nasty that way, but it goes down faster, and the benefits I'm getting make it totally worth it. It doesn't do anything. There's no studies that say it does anything. It doesn't do anything. And these people just take whatever is in this bottle from the internet. Allegedly, it's magnesium. And I mean, is it bad if it's like a placebo effect? It makes me sad. I try to keep my pH above 7, which it usually is. However, after drinking the H2 water, my pH turned highly acidly, and my water tasted as highly acidic. I hope that there is a positive explanation for this situation. I will discontinue use until I find out. Note, I just read the higher the hydrogen, the lower the pH. That's why my H2 water is acidic. Consequently, this product is not for me, though I'm sure it's a quality product. Quantum. All right, we have to go faster. This is a quantum water. Let's read it. 7.8 hertz low frequency molecular water treatment picture quantum resonance water activator. It is also the end of all liquid processing equipment, edible oil, milk, fruit, juice, wine, etc. The oil after resonance can reduce the oil content of food by 19% in cooking. How would it reduce the oil if you just put frequency? The most important thing is that the water after resonance are more favorable absorption of human. Our instruments have Then they list these patent numbers, which I couldn't find anyway. This is like, it's a little plastic thing, and it plugs in, and they're like, quantum resonance, quantum. It's just such garbage, and it costs $239. Let's read some reviews. Noticed a big difference with hydration. Usually you have to drink a lot more water, as still sometimes felt dehydrated. Not so with this. I love this product. My whole family uses it. Good for your health. It actually helps my hair grow. I also noticed my nails are stronger. Love this product. This is Spanish. But he's talking about how it changes the alkalinity of water, and then he also talks about the structure of water, as if somehow introducing a frequency changes the quantum structure of water. Water is just water. It looks like this. If you change this, it's not water anymore. What quantum resonance are you doing? Like, why don't they have like the math here? It reminds me of those scams. Like, you know how those Nigerian email scams are written in bad English purposefully as like a way to weed out anybody who's smart enough not to fall for a scam? That's what this reads like. Super product that restructures water so your body can use it in a different way. Drink it. Spray it on bruises, burns, or skin problems to help heal faster. Spray it on your face to refresh your skin and soothe your eyes. I've been using activated water for over a decade and will not go without it. My friend got the system after borrowing some of my water. She and her husband use it daily and like the benefits. The unbelievable happened when the water helped her sickly dog get off all his medications he had been on for years. Now she swears by this product, and so do I. It's a bit of an investment, but it's worth it when you consider the benefits. Here's the product description. This product uses low-frequency resonance principle, changes the water molecule link structure, change the Bood viscosity in 20 minutes, increase energy in daily drinking water, improve the human body environment, 10 kinds of health benefits, improving the metabolic cycle of the human body, reducing blood viscosity, helps the body's natural detoxification process, supporting a healthy intestinal flora. Like, why? It doesn't make any sense. It says that you just press the metal button and the activator starts working after making the beep beep sound. After 30 minutes, the machine will stop automatically. Like, I guarantee you that this is just some sort of whirring fan that has an automatic timer, and it just like has an LED and it turns off, and they're like, quantum, 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 quantum water, $250, please. Quantum, 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 quantum water too. Okay, so this is like a little stick, and you stir it in water, and don't worry, it's only $180, unless you want the luxury walnut case, and then it's $250. But how does it do it? Quantum. It does quantum to your water, but don't worry, they've done studies. In 2022, a double-blind placebo-controlled study was conducted to test the effects of analemma water on the microbiome of human adults. An incredible 17% average improvement of the microbiome was found. This is a remarkable difference. Oh my gosh, and then they link to studies. Wow, it's weird because they didn't link to the 2022 study that they said did the thing. They only link to studies about gut biomes that actually exist, run by doctors and stuff. That's weird. But by treating your drinking water with analemma, you can help your body create an environment to which your gut microbiome will thrive. Oh my gosh. More information will be available soon. I mean, it's only been 18 months since 2022. Like, I'm sure it's coming. I'm sure it's fine. But don't worry, there's also a positive effect on brainwaves. The brain is the organ of the body which is the most liquid. Therefore, water plays a crucial role. While testing the influence of analemma on brainwaves, we noticed that within half an hour of subjects drinking analemma water, an equilibrium occurred. An equilibrium occurred. Of what? Of what? What was an equilibrium? What was an equilibrium that's not an equilibrium before? Is the human body known for being out of equilibrium of... What? Can I go test it? Where are the EKGs? Are there pictures?
I've been using it for a few months, and it's hard to tell, honestly, what kind of a difference it is making, but I definitely do enjoy drinking the water that comes out of, when I structure it with the analemma. It's just hard to tell how my cells are doing, but overall, I am feeling great. I really enjoy this device, and I highly recommend it.
I almost felt bad calling out this woman with this teeny tiny YouTube channel, and then I went to this website because I was like, I should just buy one and prove that it's just a stick, but it's $180, and the biggest button is the affiliate program that says if you make a sale, like this woman is selling, she gets 10%. So she gets $20 every time she sells one of these, so I don't feel bad at all for calling her out on how this doesn't make any sense. Quantum, 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 quantum? We have reached maximum wackadoo, and I present to you structured water or gel water. So it's even so hard to explain these crackpot ideas. Again, check the Wikipedia page for Snark. They immediately clock this as a huge scam. Guys, if you change the molecular structure of water, it's not water anymore. It's not. Like, it's literally them selling a bottle of water, and they're like, well, now it's H3O2. And it's just like, that's not water then. What are you talking about? Apparently in some lab a while ago, they made this like hexagonal structure of water where the molecules seem to like join very nicely, and it lasted like picoseconds. And now somehow that amazing lab where they worked really hard to take an image and like measure a thing for a very brief, tiny amount of time, and now some guy is just like, oh, I put my structured water, it's in this bottle. It just hangs out in the bottle. I know it only lasted picoseconds in the lab, but now just like in sunlight, in a bottle, it's structured water. It's good for you. It's structured. They say that structured water can be absorbed better by your cells. It's just water. It's water. Sometimes when I'm talking about things, I'm like, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a biologist. I'm not a historian. Well, guess what? I am a physicist. This is bullshit. All of this is garbage. Structured water doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. So the health claims you're making are obviously garbage because you can't make the water like that. It wouldn't be water. It doesn't make any sense. I usually like to ensure that the pH of the water I'm drinking is strictly 7. Maybe an 8 if I'm feeling a little more alkaline, but anything 6 or below is a no-go. I check the acidity with my electronic pH meter just to be sure. You want a nice, crisp, flavored, balanced water, so no Dasani. I'd recommend an Aquafina if you must go bottled, but honestly, room temperature water through a filter is the way to go. That way you get all the minerals. Now, glass shape is important. You can either go vertical or horizontal. We call them Vuries or Hories. I like to go with the Hori because I want to see the water between sips. I think looking at it is half the pleasure. I also always do throat massages and exercises to make sure you get the maximum travel velocity as it goes down the throat.